Who else wants to know the step-by-step secrets to picking up the hottest and sexiest women on Facebook without leaving your house until scoring a date? If you're sick and tired of never knowing how to approach, let alone date a hot and sexy woman, then this is the solution for you. What if I were to tell you that picking up a hot and sexy woman who makes heads turn everywhere she goes, in other words, a perfect 10, is a lot easier than picking up some uptight, ugly, or chubby girl? Don't think it's true? Watch and learn. I know you're fed up of always being the guy who never gets any dates. Or even if you do get a date, be honest with yourself. Is that really the best you can do? Is that really the girl you want to go out with? Or are you only going out with her because you think you can't do better? I bet that's not really who you want to date. Otherwise, you wouldn't even be watching this video. Let's cut the small talk and talk man to man. I know what you and every other man on this planet want. Have the guts to admit that you want to know how to approach and instantly seduce the best looking women at the office and class, from your group of friends, from your neighborhood, or any other place you can imagine. Watch your friends as their jaws drop when you show up holding hands with a girl so hot that every man in the room would want to be with. Having as much sex as you want with the hottest and most beautiful women you know, and leave your friends wondering about how good sex with a hot chick can be. But hey, if you're too much of a coward to admit you want this, then you might be better off dating a chubby. So what do you need to do to succeed with women online? It's simple. Just take care of these 3 things, and you'll be well on your way to setting up sex dates over your computer. This is the magical 3-step easy solution. First, you need to change the look of your current profile immediately and make it look super attractive to hot women, not your aunt. Second, you need to learn how to analyze a woman's profile and use the information to approach her. And finally, you'll be able to close a deal over a chat or by messaging and get her to go out with you. Sounds good? Learn the crazy simple methods that worked for me time after time after time, and you'll be kicking yourself for not finding out about this earlier. Actually, let me show you some proof of how well this works for me. This is how the magic happens. Daily, my inbox is filled with more messages than I can reply to. In the beginning, I would spend countless hours replying to every single message because I was so excited. But now, I only reply to those that are really hot. After I started getting the secrets for attracting hotties, my inbox is filled with unread messages that I cannot even check because I have no time. I know this might look intimidating to you. I bet you're thinking it's absolutely impossible for you to get so many messages from hot girls that never even looked at you before. Before you start whining about how your life sucks, listen to this. I couldn't get a woman to look at me to save my life. I was in the same situation a few years ago. I also wanted to date hot chicks in tight shirts and jeans, but I convinced myself that I was actually looking for love and that I don't need a hottie. I also comforted myself by thinking that a hot girl could never be good girlfriend material because all hotties cheat. And that was just one of the crazy theories and excuses that I had. The only social interaction I had online or offline with a woman, if that even was a woman, was through the World of Warcraft. That is if we don't count my mother and my grandmother. Yeah, pathetic, I know. But is your situation any different right now? So how did I get from a deadbeat that no women would even look at to an inbox full of messages from hot, beautiful, and sexy women that I can date and have sex with whenever I goddamn want? I stalked, and then I got drunk. Really drunk. If you're anything like me, you probably spent quite a lot of your time looking at profile pages and photos of hotties on Facebook. In other words, you're kind of stalking them. And believe it or not, stalking this girl that I really liked paid off big time. And if it wasn't for me stalking her, I wouldn't be here right now. Here's how it all happened. I always wanted to write to this girl in the chat box. So I opened the chat box every now and I would spend hours trying to come up with the perfect messages for her, but I could never make myself hit the send button. And then one night, I went to a friend's party where we played a World of Warcraft tournament all night and drank a couple of beers, and it was really desperate. A bunch of lonely guys commenting on how hot that lady warrior from the game is. Needless to say, we all got a little drunk, and I got into a fight with a fellow nerd just a few minutes before leaving. I have no idea what the fight was about because I was drunk as a skunk. But I remember that on my way back, I came up with some things to say to him to prove my point. So when I got home, I just turned on my monitor, got onto Facebook, and typed a message into the chat box. I don't remember what it was, but I remember it was something rude. And then I went to put on my pajamas. Yeah, I was the kind of guy who wore pajamas to bed. And to make things worse, these were pajamas with the word geek on them. My mom bought them for me thinking they were cute. Anyway, when I got back to my computer, hoping to have a chat fight with this fellow nerd from the party, something amazing happened. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I saw a message from Jennifer, the girl I liked. Can you guess what happened? My drunk ass sent the message to the wrong person. Remember I said I kept her chat open almost all the time, thinking I was going to write to her one day. Well, it finally happened, but it was completely unintentional, and my heart was racing like never before. I started sweating, and I couldn't believe she replied. To be honest with you, I was 19 years old back then, and I was also drunk, so I don't remember exactly what she said. But I remember seeing a lot of smiley faces from her. And I started writing back, and before I knew it, it was 4 a.m., and we were chatting for hours until I actually fell asleep at my keyboard without saying goodbye to her. And then tomorrow morning, after I woke up, I saw a message from her saying that she hopes to hear from me tomorrow, and she left me her number. I was confused and happy, and I couldn't believe that hot chick like Sexy Jenny, that's how everyone called her, would leave me her number. So after that, I went over our chat and started analyzing everything that was said so that I could replicate the success. After the analysis, I decided to redo my profile a little and make it worse ass. Later in the evening, I decided to try it out with this other girl that I liked, and after sending my first messages, I was ignored for 2 hours. I thought I made an absolute fool of myself, and that I just got lucky with Jenny. But then I heard the Facebook chat sound, and I rushed over from my bed as quickly as I could, and I saw Emma apologizing that she was away, and she started chatting with me as well. Before I knew it, we were supposed to meet for coffee in 15 minutes. So I scored 2 dates in just 2 days. And the rest, well, the rest is history. So, imagine attracting women from your computer, in your underwear. What if I told you that you can seduce the hottest women in your neighborhood, in your class, in the office, or anywhere else you can imagine just by knowing the right thing to say and act through your computer? It doesn't matter how young or old you are. It doesn't matter how well or bad you look. It doesn't matter if you're fat, short, broke, a virgin, or all together. You could get dates in as little as 30 minutes with women you've never even spoke to before. Your inbox will be filled with messages from hot and sexy girls, and you won't even have the time to reply to all these messages. Interested? If your answer is a big whopping yes, then I might have something for you. I developed a course as a response to the many questions that my friends kept asking. After they started seeing the success I had with women, they wanted to know the secret. And in the beginning, I was a little afraid of revealing my seduction secrets because I thought they would take the girls away from me. But I realized that could never happen because finally, the phrase, "there's many fish in the sea," was true. So I started working on this course. Back then, it had only 5 or 6 printed pages that had basic instructions. However, this madness did not stop with my friends only. Random guys from around the neighborhood stopped me on the street to ask me what my secret is, and I couldn't handle it anymore, so I decided to do this. I created the most comprehensive Facebook seduction training video series on the planet and called it the FB Pickup Artist. This monster course is a lot more in depth, and it contains step-by-step instructions on how to get started and how to seal the deal. This is where the nerd inside me could really get to work. I organized everything so nicely, perfectly, and simply that you'll be amazed by how much information you'll get. I've spent hours upon hours putting together the course with all my best techniques, methods, and tricks on how to pick up the hottest and sexiest girls on Facebook, and I'm so glad to be able to share this with you today. Here's exactly what you're going to learn if you get your hands on my course today. How to create a chick attraction magnet of a profile. How to get instant attention from any girl by creating social proof. So powerful that not even the hottest girls on Facebook can resist. How to find hot women to approach, even if you've never even met them. The secret to making the perfect approach that guarantees you get a reply from her. How to flirt to get her attention without looking like you're the one seeking attention. What to say and how to start your first conversation. How to use the chat option to get her out of the house and on a date in less than 30 minutes. How to make her flat out give you her number with barely even asking, and much, much more. Initially, I sold the course for $297 plus shipping as a physical course, but I got complaints from guys all over the world saying that the course takes too long to arrive in the mail. So that's when I decided to turn everything digitally. This way, not only will you get access to the video course instantly, but I'll also be able to cut down the cost dramatically for this exact same stuff just because I have no fulfillment, storage, and printing expenses. Today, you can grab my course for a much lower price of only $37. Click the button below to grab your copy right away. I might raise the price up to $197 very soon. This is a limited marketing experiment that I'm running, and I don't know how much longer it'll run. It might even end before you get to click the Add to Cart button, so take action now before it's too late. So, tell me, how much would you pay to change your sex life forever? How much is your sex life worth to you? Actually, let me rephrase that. How much is a rock star's sex life worth to you? People would pay thousands upon thousands of dollars to learn how to get dates and start having sex, but the secrets I want to teach you don't cost nearly as much. There's no reason for me to overcharge you. My costs here are low, and I can lower the price for the product and pass on the savings to you. Once you learn the secrets that I want to share, there's no stopping you from having the sex life you always dreamed of. Still not convinced it's right for you? Okay, no problem. I understand. Let me make this offer absolutely irresistible. Listen, if you don't like the product for any reason, or if you think it's not for you, just contact me and I'll refund your full payment in less than 48 hours. No phone calls to lines where nobody actually picks up. Ask for your money back online and with just a few clicks. In fact, I don't even get a vote for when it comes to sending your money back. ClickBank, the company that processes your payments, will automatically give you a refund within 48 hours after you ask for it. So even if you're afraid of me scamming you, which I can assure you I won't, your money is 100% safe, and you get it back anytime you like within the first 60 days. Trust me. Sounds good? Here's what I want you to do next. Click the Add to Cart button below, and you will immediately be taken to a secure page to enter your credit card or PayPal payment information. Remember, your transaction is 100% secure using ClickBank and is transmitted using the latest SSL encryption technology to ensure your privacy and security. This process only takes a few minutes, and you'll be able to start picking up girls in just a few hours from now. And remember, if you don't like it for any reason, just ask for a refund and you get every penny back, and I'll personally take the loss. Go ahead and click on Add to Cart now before the offer closes, and I'll see you on the next page. This offer is limited, and I might raise the price as soon as tonight or tomorrow. Take action before it's too late. Don't let this amazing opportunity slip by just because you don't have the guts to give my system a try. Pick up this course and watch the 2-hour videos to start seducing women on Facebook immediately.